you can get that gentle grip. They don't. If someone looks at a hand grip and they want to go grip it. If you hand them a banana, not so much. They'll grip it gently and they'll get a bit of control in the grip. You think you're back in secondary school, it's not that class. It's not that. Yeah, pretty much. Straight! So, sorry. If we have this lateral elbow pain, what we've got to work out is, can they grip a little bit stronger than you use it for your normal? Actually, we've got a little towel there. We're going to borrow your towels on. A second. You roll it back, kind of like. I forgot to bring my gripper. Grab that there. And we can see, can they apply a little more force when they do this? So, let's have a little look. Just gripped after me there, Shane. How does that feel? That's a little bit sore. So, if it's this angle it's sore at, we can go in this way. Apply the same lateral glide we just did. Now, gently try again for me. See how much? Yeah, and we try and get them to do a slow on, slow off grip every time as well, okay? And we give them the grip and relax. Now, if there's less pain in that situation, if that's giving us a hypoalgesic effect, so reducing the soreness from the gripping activity, we do that, we repeat that for a few repetitions, okay? And get them to do that. You can give it to them as a home exercise. This is where the banana will come in, because if someone's really flared up and sensitized with it, the banana is probably a decent place to start, because no one's going to rip the arse out of the banana. I hope. I'm going to stand over here just in case. Don't aim that at me. So here, and go grip. Relax. Just slow on, slow off the chain. Lateral glide with gripping. We can do it this way here. If it's more this angle, we can do again lateral glide and go with or without with gripping. The idea?
Really short.
Huh?
Really short.
Yeah, no, it's the thing, isn't it? I should have worn an apron. Okay. There you go. So lateral glide with gripping. Yet another more complicated way to do it, which I'll show you just because belts. Thank you. So a couple of ways. If we want to try, if the lateral glide is not doing it, we can try a couple of different angles. We can try a couple of different traction angles and a few different things. So one is just the same lateral glide with this. You probably get a bit of a stronger lateral glide. So if you're a smaller person doing this on a bigger person, you can apply it whatever angle it is that's symptomatic. But the lateral glide, I'm never trying to grip again from Shane. Perfect. Relax. And I sustain that glide as you do a few repetitions of gripping. Make sense? Simple enough. And that will frequently enough give you a hypoalgesic response in the patient. Now, you know what? It depends on the patient. If it's having an impact on them, if it's more on this angle, that angle, yeah, sure. Work away from one that's most symptomatic.
What are the long-term effects of that? If you treat somebody in a clinic and they left the door for 5 minutes later, they get
I'll put it like this. It's being used. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm giving you something that's being used as part of a clinical trial. Part of an intervention in a clinical trial. If you look at this et al. And it's kind of referred to, these techniques are referred to in that Vicenzino article we got here at PDL a few weeks ago. Vicenzino, L, tennis elbow, these are referred to in there. So it's part of the solution. Proper tendon loading, proper education. And say, if someone has got, if the pain process is predominantly a centralized pain process, they've had it for months on end, they're getting a lot of disability with it, they're getting a lot of spread pain, and they've got a lot of local hyperalgesia. Is my answer going to be a passive mobilization or even a semi-active mobilization? Probably not so much. You know what I mean? So it depends. If it's a more acute problem and they haven't got a centralized type of pain pattern to it, maybe this would be more useful. That make sense? So you got to weigh up the pros and cons of it. It's another tool to have, because I can show you one way to treat every type of condition. But you know what? People are different. We all have different experiences in terms of pain and whatever else. So you need to have a couple of different game plans. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Two different game plans. So that's the lateral glide. Now, could we use the same type of thing to give us a little traction here, like that? Gap the joint, and the same thing to get you the grip. Perfect. And we can work on that. And gradually we get the grip something stronger. And in your textbook they describe using a handheld dynamometer, so a grip dynamometer. I don't have one, they're about 300 quid I think a grip dynamometer. I don't have so much use for it.
Any news on the ones?
The handheld one? I'll bring it. I'm going to show you how to use it for the end of the year. Promise it.
You're not buying something.
Oh, those ones? Come here, I thought those shirts. I'll bring them in like 2 years' time. I'm working on the acupuncture lecture first. Don't give me a break. I've got all the slides going. Don't put me under pressure. I can't work under pressure. So, but that's it with the traction, like so. And yet another way of doing it, if the patient's more comfortable with their arm across in that position, is to put this across you, sort of toga style. You know toga style. You got a toga. I know you have a toga.
Yes.
You got a wardrobe full of togas. I don't know you do.
I should have been in the window.
Yeah. I saw your website, I saw your Facebook page. It's in the togas in it. That's you. So, every time I say something true about Dara's watch beach, it's fine. So, you hop on here, and this position here, you can have his arm here, and you see the way this gives me a lateral glide if I lean back a little bit, we get you to grip. So like so. So again, if this gives you if they can grip stronger, or they get reduced pain on gripping, it's indicated repeat it, depending on the severity or the nature of the problem. It's part of a response to a tennis elbow. It depends. I think we're talking to both classes about someone earlier on who I knew years ago. I studied with him years ago. And this guy had a tennis elbow that had gone on for 3 or 4 years, left him disabled, out of work, couldn't go back to work because every time he went back in, his arm would flare up and his whole arm would get sore with this tennis elbow. They were going to move the tendon, they were going to do this and that. So he's got pain up here, he's got pain down here, and someone's talking about moving a tendon. What's the pain process? Someone's disabled, in fear of it, out of work. What's the coping strategy again? He was fear avoidance, right? He was avoiding stuff, his world was getting smaller. What's the pain process? More central. It's always going to be mixed, right? But it's more on the central. 3 years after a tendon injury, forget about it. It takes 90 days to lay down a film in the collagen, forget about it. It's a central pain mechanism, okay? Predominantly in that case. And the spread of pain and the local hyperalgesia will give us that. Am I going to be mobilising him like this? It'll probably work for a while. Will it work long term with a guy like that? No, not the same. So it might have a role in it. You know, you might be able to use it to get him some controllability to use it a little bit. But is it going to be the solution with a guy like that? No. Someone with more acute problems could be useful. Now again, I tried this on a patient. Remember I talked to you about the patient I had that was bracing and tensing as she's gripping a few weeks ago. We give you the case in there. A patient come in. Before she started doing more typing, she was getting pain in her arm. Do you remember that case you talked to her? With that case there, we tried the lateral glide, it didn't work. Now first thing we tried was getting her to relax, breathe into her stomach, relax, and breathe and grip in a controlled way. She's breathing in, to grip in a nice light, controlled way and not worry about it too much, not be afraid of it. The next thing we did is, that worked really well, that got rid of the pain pretty much out of the arm, into a tiny little bit of pain when she's gripping. She'd be gripping much stronger. I tried the lateral glide and it didn't work, it was worse. What did I do? Went back to breathe, and that was her exercise going home. Breathe, gripping, loading the tendon with a slow, heavy load, and breathing and relaxing as she's doing it. You know, and some education, that stuff. That's all she needed, a couple of sessions. No problem. So it depends, right? You've got to use all the skills you have. You've got a lot of tools now to use, haven't you? Okay, that's those two with the belt. What else do we have to do? Let's see, the lateral glide.